it worth it to use auctions to sell on eBay? I've been selling on eBay for nearly 5 years now and predominantly use the buy it now feature. But today, I'm going to list 10 different bundles up on eBay and find out exactly how much money I make from them. Now, to get a really good idea if auctions are worth it, I have a game plan in mind. Firstly, right now it's the last weekend of the month. However, there's about 5 days left. That means a 7-day auction starting today on a Sunday will cover the vast majority of people's paydays. If people get paid on the last Friday of the month, it covers it. If people get paid on the last working day of the month, these auctions cover it. That means the customers that are looking at these items have got the most money possible that they can spend. Now you may be thinking, what kind of items will sell on auction? Well, I'm going to get a range of different items to ensure that I'm not just focused on one category. The first category here is going to be records and music. Now behind me are tons and tons of records that I'm selling on consignment. The vast majority of these I've already gone through and handpicked anything that's over £20, so worth selling individually. So unless I've scored any own goals, everything in here will be less than 20 quid. I plan on doing a few different auctions of these. Maybe 10 at a time, 20 at a time, maybe up to 50 at a time, and seeing how many I can get gone in a week, but also what's the average selling price of them once they're all sold. And I've also got a load of vintage toys from the 80s, 90s and noughties that I'm going to split up and put together in the categories of media that they've come from. For example, all of these are Power Rangers from different shows, different years, different items, but I'm going to put all of them together in one big auction. As you can see, I've got bags and bags of it to go through. I've also got these super nostalgic Lord of the Rings figures that I'm going to put together in one auction as well. I've got loads of Lego Dimensions in the tub above me there. They all require a bit of a deep clean. They all require testing and parting out, but there has got to be 30, 40, 50 sets worth in there. I don't have the time to process all of them, so I'd rather shift them on. Hopefully someone that buys them can enjoy them or part them out and make money from them. And I'm also going to run individual items to see how they perform. This metal detector I got today, they were asking 50 quid. I paid 40. I've seen buy it nows go from anywhere between 70 to 150 quid, and a few auctions in the box sell at 130 quid. So it will be really interesting as an experiment to see how much I get for this item. With that being said, it's time to get all of these items online and I'll show you them as I post them up. Right, auction number 1, all of these Power Rangers. Lots of different years, lots of different items. There's a couple of these phones, which interestingly, they look to go for 15 to 20 quid on their own. So it will be interesting to see how much this lot goes for. Now they're not clean. Some of them are missing parts, like one of these is missing a hand. A few of these are missing feet. But I'm going to describe all of that in the description just so that the buyer knows exactly what they're getting. The whole goal of this is to get stuff in and get it gone and see how much money we can get for it. Next up, we have this job lot of Lord of the Rings figures. This one hit me right in the nostalgia. I had all of these growing up, played with them with my brother all the time. Now these are, again, very dirty, very played with, very well loved, we'll put it that way. It'll be interesting to see how much per figure we end up with. Next up, a much smaller bundle of Ninja Turtles. A few of these have seen better days. This fella's missing his head. So is these two. This one looks pretty funky though. We've also got this small lot of Transformers. Now some of these are actually pretty old. This blue fella at the back here is from the 80s, so that's pretty cool to see. So it'll be interesting again to see how much they go for. Next up, we've got the metal detector inside the box, obviously the metal detector, but it also came with these extra books, which hopefully will add a little bit of value. I've cleaned it all up. It looks pretty good. Hopefully can fetch some good money. Next up is this huge bundle of Lego Dimensions. Now, if I had the time, these would be well worth splitting up, as a lot of these sets go for 10 to 30 pound on their own. However, a lot of them look like this, where they're quite dusty and dirty, and it's going to take a considerable amount of time to part them all up, count them, make sure all the pieces are in place. So I would rather just lob them in one auction and see where we get to. There's also all of these extra pieces, extra base plates, extra disc portal things. So there's lots of money to be had to here, and I think this might be the most expensive auction. Here is our first lot of records. There's 25 of them. I'm hoping that they will average at around £2 each, but we shall see. Obviously, I'll lay them out a little bit better for photos so the buyer can see exactly what they're getting. But there's 25 here. I'm also going to do a bundle of 50 and a bundle of 100. And last up on the list is this friends bag. I wanted to include a couple of just singular items instead of bulk job lots, just to see how well they do. So that is every single item pictured and scheduled to go live tonight. Now, I've scheduled them with 5-minute increments from when they start, which means when they end, there's going to be all hell breaking loose, because it will be auction after auction after auction, all ending at once. All 10 of the lots are behind me here, and I just wanted to write down my guesses on how much I think they're going to sell for at auction. Let me know in the comments down below what you think they'll actually sell for. So first up, we've got the Garrett Ace metal detector. I'm hoping that will fetch £100. £100. Now the records themselves, the 25 bundle, the 50 bundle and the 100 bundle, I'm hoping they average £2 a record, fingers crossed. So for some quick maths, that's 50, 100 and £200. Now the job lot of Power Rangers, this is the biggest lot of toys individually. If you exclude the dimensions, they're more gaming. I'm hoping that we should get at least 60 quid for them. There's probably 40, 50 figures in there. The Lord of the Rings figures, they are pretty dirty, and I've articulated that in the listing, so I wouldn't be surprised if I only get 30 quid for them. The Turtles job lot is the smallest out of all the bundles. There was only 8 or so figures in there, so probably only a tenner. The Transformers are an interesting one because of that rare old vintage one that was the 80s, so who knows, maybe 40 quid, thinking optimistically for the Transformers. The Friends bag down there, I don't think we're going to get massive money, but it would be interesting to see, because I think if I sold that on a bite now, I'd get 20 quid for it. So maybe £13. And finally, the huge lot of Lego Dimensions. Now, you saw how many of them are in there. There's incredible value for someone who's going to break them down and resell them. Fingers crossed it's the most expensive lot out of all of these, so I'm going to put £201, just so it's £1 more than the records. Let me know how accurate you think my guesses are. I might be way under, I might be way over, I might have missed a hidden gem, but it'll be interesting to see. Now they're all listed, I'm going to catch up with you during the week to see if any of these have had any starting bids and how good the action gets. So we're currently halfway through the week. It's currently Thursday. It's also payday, which means these are halfway through their selling cycle on auction. And I just wanted to give you an update on where they're at so far. We've got some winners, but also some stinkers. So first things first, the Lord of the Rings bundle. We had £30 as our estimate on that. That is currently at £3.20. It does have 7 watchers and 4 individual bidders. One of the stinkers of the session, the Friends bag, which we've put £13 on, currently has no views, no watchers, no bids. So someone might get a bargain on that. Next up, the TMNT Turtles. We have £10 on them. It's got quite a few views at 59, 5 watchers, 1 bid, so it will sell, but at 99p. Next up, we've got the Transformers, which we guessed 40 quid on. Now, these have got 120 views so far, 19 watchers, and 7 bids. These are currently up to £8.50. The 25 stack of records. Now, we were being ambitious and hoping for £2 on average each. This has had 84 views, 14 watchers, 1 bid at 99p. The massive job lot of Power Rangers, which we put £60 on, has currently got 9 watchers, 4 bids at £5.51, so that's quite far away. This one, awesome so far, and strangely enough, has had a lot of activity. 269 views, 32 watchers, and 26 bids on the metal detector. And it's currently sat at exactly what we thought it would sell for, £100. So if there's no more activity on this, which fingers crossed there is, we're going to achieve our £100, which I'm super happy about. The lot of 50 records, which again, we wanted £2 each for. We've currently got 8 bids, 13 watchers at £12.50. So doing better than the 25 stack and also better than the 100 stack. The 100 stack has currently got 16 watchers, 4 bids and is at £3.20. But the best one so far is the Lego Dimensions, which has currently had 144 views, 14 watchers, but 29 individual bids. And again, so weirdly enough, there we go, it's at 201 quid already, which is just I, already. So hopefully, that one can keep going. But overall, some ones I'm a little bit worried about, and some I'm super happy at because we're already at the price that we wanted to get. But only a few days left. We'll find out on Sunday what they all go for. So the time has just gone past 6 o'clock, which means all of the auctions are finishing. Now, the first one I actually just missed because I was having microphone issues, but it was the Lord of the Rings job lot. And I reckoned that would go for £30, and unfortunately, this is our first miss of the video. It sold for £7.50. Considering we paid a whopping £10 for that, that is what we call a loss. The next one up on the chopping block is, let me go to active, is the Friends bag. It didn't actually sell, so luckily no one bid on it, and it didn't go for 99 pence. Let me go back to active. So the Ninja Turtle bundle has also just closed, and that closed at £3.20, which we thought the Ninja Turtle bundle would go for a tenner, so it's not looking that hot so far. We currently have got the Transformers job lot left. I'm caught up now in real time. It's got 30 seconds left on it. I'm going to keep refreshing in case any more bids come in. We thought the Transformers bundle would go for 40 quid. Now clearly I've overestimated some of these, but some of them have got some decent prices on, so hold fire to the end of the video for those ones. 13 seconds left. Last few seconds. Looks like it ended at £16.12. Next up, we have the 25 lot of records. Now, I wanted £2 on average for all of the records. A decent amount of watchers on this, 14 watchers and 12 unique bidders. So let's see how close we can get to that £50 mark in the next 30 seconds. Still nothing. Still nothing. Oh, £29.68. Any more for any more? It looks like that has ended on £29.68. eBay is telling us to hang tight. We're determining the winner as we speak. £29.68 is what that has ordered for, which was not what we wanted with the £2 average, but it was over £1 a record on these ones, so it's not too bad. Next up, we have the Power Rangers bundle with lots of Power Rangers from the 90s and noughties. Now, I put £60 on these, which it's not looking too great so far. We're currently at £16 and a penny, but we shall see if we get any more action coming in. There's the confirmation of the records, £29.68. 6 seconds, 5 seconds. Oh, it's gone up, £17.55 last minute bid. Any more for any more? Any more snipes? No. So that has ended on £17.55. Next up, we have the metal detector. And the metal detector I paid £40 for last week on Sunday, and I thought it would go for £100. We're currently sat on £121.99. That has just gone up before I've managed to refresh, which is not bad going. £121.99. Any last minute movements? 30 seconds left. This has had loads of watchers, 31 watchers, 38 unique bids. Any more for any more in the last 20 seconds. Now, I think what's helped this one really well is it's got the extra books at the top, the Coins of England and the Beginner's Guide to Metal Detecting. I think that just proves it's a really nice bundle, but having paid £40 for this, we're going to be in some nice profit even if we don't get any last second action. But currently at £121.99. There we go, 131. Oh, I got attacked by a fly at the same time. £131 that went for. That's not bad going, considering we asked for £100 on them, or expected 100 quid. Next up, we have the lot of 50 records. Now, again, we were aiming for £2 a record. It might look like it's going to be £1 a record, based on the 25 one. We're currently at £29 with 30 seconds left. Now, these ones are a bit harder to picture, especially this in the 50. So we've got lots of pictures of 9 on each picture. Lots of pictures of records, 9 records on each picture there. Hopefully, we get some last minute action. There we go, £31, a couple more quid. 15 seconds left. Oh, it's exciting, £33. 10 seconds remaining. 35, the snipers are coming. The snipers, 38.25, the snipers are coming. Can we get to £1 a record? Can we get to 50? Doesn't look like it. £38.25. Now, of course, there's going to be differences in quality, differences in the value of the individual bundles. So that's why one might go more than another one, but £38.25, so it didn't quite meet the £1 per record in the 50 bundle. The last two auctions we have left, we have the 100 record auction. which is currently at £101, so that's not bad going. Let's see if we get any more action in the last 30 seconds. 19 watches, 13 bids. Lots of pictures on this one. Some interesting albums, some interesting singles. Let's see how much it will end up going for. £101, 20 seconds left. 10 seconds, any more action? This is exciting. Can you tell I'm excited? Maybe I'm in the wrong line of work. Maybe I should be an auctioneer. £117.87 with 2 seconds left. And it's ended at £117 and 87 pence, so a little bit over the £1 mark, which again isn't too bad. And the last bundle we have, now this is really interesting. The first night it jumped from 99p to a £201, which it's currently sat on, and it's had no movement since. It'll be really interesting to see if it goes any higher than that with 40 seconds left. But this is the large job lot of Lego Dimensions. Now these are all uncleaned, untested, and not complete, and I didn't mention that in the description. We're currently at £201. It's got the PS4 portal, but there's loads of characters, loads of figures. I'd imagine this will go to some kind of reseller, but you can see the condition there. Like I've described them as dirty. They are not cleaned, but there's lots and lots of parts. We have 10 seconds left. Is it going to sell for just £201? I say just, we estimated £201, so this might actually sell for exactly what I thought it would. Any last minute movement? Looks like we are confirmed selling at £201. That was an exciting 10 minutes. Let's just recap what sold and how much for. Now, all of these payments will take a little bit of time to come through, I'd imagine. A few of them have already, but let me just look at the unsold. So the Friends bag definitely didn't sell at 99 pence, which is a bit annoying, but I'm also glad it didn't sell at 99 pence. And if we go to my orders, we can see who has won these lots. So the Lego Dimensions, £201. Oh, interestingly, this buyer here has won both the TM, NT and the Power Rangers job lot at 20 quid. So that's 220 quid. 117 on the records there. So what is that, 340-ish? 40 quid there, 380. 131 there, 380. 480, 510. Add £30 there, add an extra 15, 550-ish quid across those 10 auctions, which is not bad going at all. They're starting to pay now, which is really nice to see. That's one of the higher end ones. The metal detector has sold, but that's 550 quid in 10 auctions, which isn't too bad going. Now, my initial thoughts on that are, some items are obviously very good to sell on auction, some not so much. And the ones that I've struggled with are the individual item being the Friends bag, simply because there was no demand for it. Conversely, the Garrett Ace metal detector, which is a singular item on its own, has sold for over what I thought it had. So it just shows you the right pictures, the right product with lots of demand will create a fiery auction and get you higher than average selling prices. That's actually quite high end on these. Now, obviously, the bundles didn't quite get as much as I thought for the vast majority of the bundles, and that's probably down to lots of auctions going up. There's definitely profit to be made if they were split up and sold individually. So overall, my thoughts on, are auctions worth it selling on eBay? Yes, if you're in it for the quick flip and you've got a low cost of goods and you've got a high demanding item. I wouldn't auction everything. I would only pick and choose specific auction based on the sell-through rate of products and the current demand. There will be items like seasonality, there will be things like seasonality that will affect those items in terms of demand. But in general, unless you've got a really, really sought after item, or if you've got an item that is extremely rare and there's no listings available and only sold history, then it might be worth rolling the dice on an auction. In general, though, I'm going to stick to buy it nows like I always have done, but it's been a really fun experiment. Have you had success using auctions on eBay? If so, let me know in the comments down below what your best-selling item on auction has been. And if you did enjoy this video, let me know by clicking that thumbs up button. But that's all from me, and I will catch you on the next video. Cheers then!